Hello. Last time we talked about what is real, original, and true. We understand to a degree that we are false, but we still don't know what is true. That is because of the false which exists in our head. Today's lecture will provide a clue of mystery that why we cannot live with free will and recognize that we are false. Previously, we did experiment to demonstrate that we mix up the same pictures differently. Because we saw other pictures just before, we often perceive the pictures in an overlapped way. But we don't realize our judgments are overlapped by the previous pictures. We also judge based on our personal experiences. There is an old Korean saying, once surprised by a tortoise, one can be surprised by even a steel pot lid. Because the steel pot lid looks like a tortoise, one would mistakenly perceive it as such and judge and act based on the misperception. Like this, a person's fixed ideas and preconceived notions lead to judging other people and things. The person would misjudge things occurring in this present time based on all the previous experiences. So things which were seen just before can also influence your judgment about the new item presented. Then, what am I looking at right now? Things I have seen a long time ago, just before, and just now. These things were copied as soon as seen, and we judge based on these copies. That is because what I see and the true world are overlapped 100%. So I think I'm seeing truly. Did you do your homework last time? After you listened to the lecture, did you bring up this lecturer in your mind? Those people who did the homework, do you understand? Computer screen could have come up, or sounds could have been brought up in your mind. So you can see that during the last lecture, your high quality camera was working the whole time. While unaware of taking pictures, I took pictures of my room and stayed within those pictures. I'm an automatic camera. Did I take the pictures as I wanted to? Even those people who did not do the homework, can you bring up those pictures for a moment right now? Do you remember what you were doing as you were listening to the last lecture? If it was much more quiet, would those memories come up more clearly? Even though I didn't know I was taking pictures at that time, I continued to store them in my brain. That is because I took pictures of things in my room as well as pictures of my computer and also myself. I stayed in those pictures. I took the pictures 100% according to my own perception, and those pictures were projected using my own standard. This is how I see the world. So my picture world of my own perception and the true world is 100% overlapped. When you think about this, does it make sense? But this is just for a moment, and yet the fact you say, oh, that's right, can be the absolute turning point of your life. A human life is incomplete because those pictures overlap and cover the true self. Do you understand? This overlapped part makes me false and makes the world that I see false. This is my stress and the original cause of my struggle. Therefore, there is never a life within my mind. Then is there any meaning to life? That is why they say the life is nothing but a floating cloud, a false world, and a false dream. Should I just leave this overlapped part within me? This stays repressed within me, somewhere deep within. Isn't this referred to as the subconscious? This is the subconscious mind as mentioned by Sigmund Freud. This subconsciousness is much bigger than one's consciousness. That is why the subconscious controls the person and he does not know he is being controlled. Personal habits also come from the subconscious. And as long as this subconscious mind stays within, it is difficult to fix the personal habit. The purpose of this course is to understand and eliminate this overlapped part through self-reflection. Then the person would be complete. When one knows incompletion, then he would know completion. It is easy, isn't it? Then you can truly see the world. To understand that I exist in an overlapped world and therefore mistakenly believe that I live in the world, this is the beginning. As the philosophers stated, we do not see the world. Because of the overlapped world, it is impossible to see the world, as stated by Kant. The reason those words by philosophers are not understood is because I misperceive every moment due to the overlapping of this world and my false world. You have to understand this clearly. When eliminated, the false is thrown away. The overlapped part, the pictures are false, so they disappear when thrown away. Do you understand these principles? As much as they are thrown away, the original mind of the universe would be revealed. See what are inside my mind and throw them away one by one. Then become the universe mind. This is human completion. So we are now at a halfway point of this course. The first week we explored why we self-reflect. The second week we explored some selected topics. The third week we examined what did we find during self-reflections. And is this what was the problem? We explored philosophy, psychology, and the neuroscience. We discussed the pure universe and truth. We now understand why human beings do not live in the world, but always thought they did. That is because the world and one's false world were overlapped. From now on, for the remaining of half of this course, we will discuss on what to do with the things found during self-reflection. This would be the main topic. At the first week, it is important to understand what are inside the mind after more self-reflection. Then, how should you live? The path to live will be much clearer. It was already mentioned earlier from the course introduction. The third and the fourth week would be very important. I will see you at the fourth week lectures. See you next time. Thank you.